Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is the weekly tarot forecast for Virgo. And we've got the Empress card this week. We're going to lay out the rest of our 10-card spread. And we're also going to do an 11th card, and that is going to be like our bonus card. It's going to be our confirmation card, we're calling it. And we're just going to leave that right there. We're not going to look at it until the very end. And we're just going to see how it might tie this whole reading together or give us that confirmation that we're looking for, okay? So as I said, we started out with the Empress card. So I think that this week is really all about love and joy and beauty and abundance and harmony and connection with you. I think that is the theme of the week for you, is really this joy and love that you need, that you feel, that you experience in the world and in your life, right? I think that you are recently experiencing this Eon card, this Judgment card, this kind of wake up and rebirth card. I think that maybe going on beneath the surface, maybe more on an unconscious or subconscious level, you've really been kind of yearning for a change, yearning for just the next step, the next phase in life, right? In terms of your love and your experience of joy and pleasure and abundance. I think that you're really ready for just whatever's coming next, for that next level, like the next phase, the next, like, you know, the next universal age of your life. And I think with this Eon card, you're really looking for that just rebirth or reawakening of these Empress things, these love feelings, abundance, joy, pleasure, all of that stuff. And I think you're just ready for that to move on to the next level. Okay. Now, I see that in the recent past, there's been some anxiety, some stress in your physical world, either in terms of an injury or an illness, or just in terms of your like financial or your living situation has just been a little uncertain, and there's been a little bit of stress and anxiety there. And this could be, you know, financial. It could be related to a job, something in the earth realm, right? On this physical plane, there's been some tension, anxiety, stress, some kind of upset going on. And again, this could be illness or injury. It could be a financial difficulty. It could be a difficulty with your living situation, or just your physical surroundings being just uncertain and just a little bit kind of stirred up or tossed up at the moment, okay? I think in the recent past this was the case. You might still be experiencing some of this now. It could be kind of on its tail end of whatever that was. But I do see that you are really focused on this love and abundance and joy and pleasure in a really spiritual sense, a really grand sense, right? In the sense that, you know, what does your life mean in terms of this love and abundance and joy and pleasure, and how are you connecting with the world around you in those terms? I think it's very important to you. This is a major arcana card. This is a heavyweight card. I think this is a very serious situation for you. The Empress is not really all that serious. I mean, she's a little bit serious, but she's all about the love and joy and beauty and fun and pleasure, right? So it's not really that negative or dark of a card. Like, this is all about that love and abundance. So I'm wondering why we have the Death card that is crossing her today. I think that a lot of major arcana here. So we're going to just kind of take these three together for a moment. I think your experience of love and joy and beauty and pleasure and desire and connection, that deep spiritual emotional connection with the universe, with yourself, with your friends and family, with everything, right? In like a general grand exalted sense, I think is undergoing a transformation. I think that you're headed towards this kind of new eon, this new phase, this reawakening or rebirth of all of these feelings. And I think right now you have to embrace that transitional period, right? You can't just go directly from point A to point B. You have to take the trip in between. You have to travel that road in between. Okay, so whatever that may look like, we might get some other indications, but you have to embrace that process of transformation, right? Nothing just goes from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It has to go through that whole metamorphosis first. It has to go through that process, right? And I think that is what the Death card here is indicating, and that I think is kind of what you're going to be going through this week. I think it's if you might already be feeling some of this going on, because I think you're a very intuitive person, and I see that for a couple of reasons, but primarily because of all this major arcana card. I feel like you already know how connected you are to the universe, to like the greater whole eternity kind of thing. I think you know that you are part of this thing that we all kind of live in the midst of, or some are more connected to it, some are less connected to it. I think you are very strongly connected to it, and I think you really see the events in your life as like a direct communication from the universe, right? Or from your spirit, from the spirit. And I think that you see everything as like a sign and a synchronicity. You're very intuitive. You're very much in tune with the world around you. And I think you take a lot of your omens from the world around you, a lot of confirmation from the world around you. And I think now it really is a transformation of the way you are going to be experiencing your love, beauty, joy, pleasure, abundance, all of those things that we see with the Empress card, and your productivity and fertility and your ability to just create something out of nothing, for your ability to take what you feel inside in your spirit, in your heart, and manifest it before you in terms of love and abundance and joy and pleasure. And so I really think that you're taking all of your highest ideals, all of your just highest desires and your intentions and all of these thoughts and feelings and just the divine spirit within you, right? I think you're really learning how to manifest that and create that. And it's a transforming period right now to go from how you're experiencing things now to the next phase of it all, the next stage in your life, and that kind of reawakening of all of these things, going from that, let's say from the caterpillar to the butterfly, right? But even the caterpillar is beautiful and connected and has all of this Empress energy. So really, I think, that the situation this week is about how you experience all of that Empress energy is transforming. There is some kind of a change or evolution going on there in the ways that you experience joy, the things that you're putting all of your like desire and love energy into. So maybe you're starting some new projects, maybe you're in the process of really kind of changing your life around, or changing the work that you do, like the passion work that you do. We already talked about the immediate past, but I think let's start with your goals and ideals here. I think this Queen of Wands here is really emphasizing that your goal or aspiration is to really be the boss, really be in charge, and really be the one who can direct everything and really be in charge of life, but in that understanding, compassionate, very fair and loving way. But you're very firm with what you believe. You're very firm in your convictions, what you want, what you don't want in your life, and you want to have that kind of like confidence and assertiveness and power over your life. And I think that's what the Queen of Wands here is saying, is that the ideal version of yourself is one who is just completely in control, can keep their composure and remain calm, but can be fierce and fight when the need arises, who is just in perfect control of themselves and of the world around them, and you have very strong convictions of how you want your life to be, and you're not going to put up with anything less. You're not going to tolerate any interference with your will and your desire for your life, right? And I think that's wonderful. What is actually going to happen, however, is this High Priestess. I think you're going to really, while you want to be in control and you want to be the one making decisions, I think you already recognize, but you will recognize more so in the days and weeks to come, that even your desires and your determination and your decisions are influenced from some higher place, some more subtle or spiritual realm, some more like eternal place, right? And that could be deep within you, it could be in the universe, in outer space, whatever the case is, whatever you believe, coming from God, coming from spirit. I think you know that you're connected to that something, that higher something that's out there or in there. that is greater than yourself. So this high priestess is really bringing you these messages, really bringing you this divine light, this inspiration from that other realm, whatever it may be, right? There's just thousands of words for it. So whatever you call it, I think you're very connected with that, and you're going to really receive the divine light and inspiration and that message and that influx of energy from this high priestess, through this high priestess, really, because she is the one that is going to be channeling it into you and through you. And I think that is really what's informing your just strong, assertive, confident personality. But you've got this high priestess behind you, right? And I think that is really a wonderful connection. And I think that's why you have so many other major arcana cards here, like this Empress, the Death card, this Aeon card. It really shows that you're forging new connections with the universe, and you're really like transforming the way that you're going to be expressing all of this control, composure, confidence, assertiveness, and this divine energy, this divine will, this spiritual light is really going to be manifesting in your life in new ways because of this Death card and because of this Aeon card as well. This rebirth, reawakening, final judgment. The trumpets are sounding. It's time for you to start creating all of this reality for yourself and create this abundance, and really to continue to create that Empress energy in your life. And you're just going to be finding new creative ways to do that. All right. Don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe to this channel. It's because of all of you that we're able to keep doing this, and our channel is growing quite fast, and I thank you so much. It's because of all of you, and I appreciate you all so much. We're moving on to the second part of the reading this week. I think you see yourself in an interesting light, because I know you have these aspirations of control and composure and confidence and assertiveness, but I think there's also a part of you that sees yourself as someone somewhat of an underdog, right? Someone who tends to maybe stay in the background a little bit, or doesn't always put forth that last bit of effort to come out on top of things. So maybe you feel like a little bit of an underdog, or that the odds are kind of stacked against you, and so you have to put in a little extra effort or a little extra work in order to succeed in the things that you want to accomplish, you know? So with that Five of Swords, that's what I'm feeling, is just this little bit of an underdog kind of feeling that you have about yourself, right? In terms of, you know, the environment, the people around you, the circumstances that you're in, I think you were in this Five of Discs period. Remember, we said this was like some kind of injury or illness, or some financial difficulty, or domestic uncertainty, or stress, or anxiety going on in the physical realm. But I see that what is really surrounding you is this Six of Wands energy. This is a perfect balance of that fiery spiritual energy. This is like the victory of love and spirit and light and passion and enthusiasm, and that real spiritual fire that is in a lot of harmony and balance around you. And I think it really is just going to involve you embracing that and allowing yourself to connect with your environment. It could be, it could be your lover or your friends, your family, the people very close to you, who may have been involved with this Five of Discs thing that was going on. It could be the same kind of person or same group of people, but really they all seem to be working together, and they really are connecting with you and wanting to work with you in this great, wonderful harmony. So this harmony of purpose, harmony of passion, this harmony of just energy and spirit, and this connectedness is there. You just have to embrace it. Okay, that's what I'm seeing with this Six of Wands. Next, we have the Two of Wands, and this is representing kind of your worries, your concerns. And I think this is legit, considering what we've already talked about. You don't want to have to battle for control. You don't want to, you don't want to relinquish control. You want to maintain your Queen of Wands energy, where you're the boss, you're in charge, and you make the decisions based on the inspiration, the divine kind of wisdom that you're receiving through this High Priestess. And so you don't want anyone else to challenge your authority. You don't want to lose control or lose that authority. You don't want to lose your confidence, or you don't want to really be put back into this underdog position. I think you're kind of trying to fight out of this underdog position and get this kind of, dominating boss position. And so that really validates this kind of concern, fear, or worry that we have with the Two of Wands, saying that you don't want to fall back to this Five of Swords and this underdog thing. So with the Two of Wands, this is you like just still trying to struggle to get to that Queen of Wands, right? And so this is that concern that something's going to be blocking you from getting there. Something's going to be preventing that, or something's going to be pushing you down into this underdog position again. Okay, so just be aware of that and be aware of how that might be affecting your decisions or your actions, right? Because the next card that we have, and this is the projected outcome based on all of this energy. And this, I think, is representing the fact that with all of this conflict, I think, between your underdog mentality and your wanting this confident, dominating, authority, boss energy, the in-charge person that you want to be, fighting against that underdog thing, I think that kind of conflict between those two energies might be leading to this Eight of Cups where you're not getting anything done. It's kind of preventing you from really doing the work and creating and manifesting this abundance that we saw with the Empress card. So I really think that this is kind of deadlocking your energy. This is kind of putting a roadblock in front of you, or it's preventing you from really getting anything done. It's like a stalemate between all of this fire and this air here, which is you wanting to go from the underdog to the boss, and so there's this conflict there, and you're trying to fight against this kind of duality that we have here, and that is leading to really nothing getting accomplished. So consider that, and consider how you might be able to embrace the environment more and embrace the connection that you have and that the people around you feel like they have and that they want, and that harmony with that Six of Wands. And really see if you've kind of created a bit of a stalemate there and a deadlock, and if that's preventing you from really accomplishing anything because you're so involved in this, what we said here with the Queen of Wands and the Five of Swords here, that underdog feeling, trying to fight against that is really kind of preventing anything from happening. Okay, so I think that is, that's not the guaranteed outcome, but that's saying, hey, with all of this energy that's going on here, this might be the situation right now. Okay, we're going to check out this confirmation card and see what this might tell us. Now, I haven't looked at this. I don't know what card this is. Okay, well, this is really one of the only core cards. We saw that the Queen of Wands there, which is representing, I think, your ideal and the person that you want to be and want to become. And then we see this this Knight of Swords, and this might be another person coming into this situation, or this might be really your way of just communicating things rather than fighting this kind of battle inside, or just kind of keeping it all to yourself or internalizing it too much. This might be just let that expression flow, let the communication happen, so that we can prevent this kind of inactivity or unproductive situation from happening with this Eight of Cups, right? So this Knight of Swords might be saying, hey, just start communicating. Just get that information flowing back and forth in this situation so that you can continue with this transformation. Excuse me. You can continue with this creating your abundance and transforming your life into your ideal and into this, abundant, joyful, pleasurable, really divinely inspired situation. And so I think that this card, more than being a confirmation card, I think this is a way of getting out of this or preventing this situation is by doing this, by getting the communication flowing and just not even with any kind of a plan. You don't have to really think things through all the way. Just start talking. just start communicating and let the expression happen, let the information flow back and forth, even if it's just kind of chaotic and just really active, because this is the Knight of Swords. This is the fiery part of air. So this is that communication that is just rapid fire, just whatever comes to mind, just stream of consciousness communication, okay? And I think that really is the way for you to prevent this situation. All right. Virgo, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I don't know what more I could really say about this. I think you've got the general vibe of what I'm feeling. I hope this is resonating with you. If you want to check out the extended version, you can become a member of this channel, and all of the information is down in the description box. Thank you.